Hi audience, Parul here, your usual host. Today we have another amazing guest joining from all the way from US, Michigan, Dr. Anthony D. Shannon, an amazing personality full of wisdom. I have a total respect for this gentleman. He just got so much to give, so much to give. Dr. Shannon, welcome on board and thank you very much to giving us your time to share some wisdom, share some gift that you're going to share with us today. Um, and we're looking forward to have the conversation with you.
Absolutely. First of all, thank you so much, Dr. Parul Begum. Your family is amazing. Your husband's amazing. Your children, and even the work that you're doing is amazing. And the fact that I can come all the way over from the USA into the London of UK. It's amazing and a miracle. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for the opportunity to even partner with you overseas and beyond. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, before we talk over the subject, I just like to introduce Dr. Shannon. So, who is Dr. Shannon? Dr. Shannon is a pastor, Pastor Anthony D. Shannon. That's his full name. He's a pastor, he's a prophet, he's an author, leadership coach, and a visionary builder committed to developing strong leaders and impacting lives. He is the founder of Leaders Live Generously Academy, Leaders Live Generously Virtual Summit, which I've actually taken part, and the Leaders Live Generously Prayer Breakfast of Champions. Wow, amazing! So many of different things. He also the founder of God Gear Gospel War, where Dr. Shannon served as the lead pastor of the Victory Church International, where he trains future leaders in faith, character, and purpose. With
That's right.
decades of ministry and leadership experience, he empowered people to lead boldly, live generously, and fulfill their God assignment with excellence. Wow, wow, amazing. He does have a long bio. This is just a short version, and we can hear a bit more from Dr. Shannon if he'd like to add anything. Dr. Shannon, I know you got a long bio. I've just read a bit. Would you like to add anything else or from your bio? What else you've been doing?
We're hoping that the virtual conference is in December 15th, 16th, 17th, and hopefully Peru will be a part of that one this year. We also have that in person, which is Let's is the first week of August, and we're at the end of August of every year. And so Let's used to change, used to be in June and all that. And but now he's doing once a year. He's like, I want to be before you. I'm like, okay. So we're excited that we're able to do that and have people a part of Leaders Live Generously, the prayer breakfast for champions.
Amazing, amazing. The love the all the work you're doing, Dr. Sharon. But today we're talking about your book. So
Mhm.
I know you do a lot of stuff, but today specifically going to talk about your book, Sacred Success, and is the process of change now. That's what the book is about, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So, Dr. Shannon, why you decided to write this book?
Well, first of all, I wrote Sacred Success because I wanted people to see success from a higher perspective. See, success can not only be measured by money, titles, platforms, houses, cars, or even public recognition, but those things may be a blessing, but they are not the full definition of what success is. And I wanted to challenge people to ask, am I successful if I gain everything outwardly but lose peace, purpose, my family, my integrity, or my relationships? And then what about my internal life with God? So, Sacred Success says real success begins with alignment with who you are on the inside, finding your purpose, adding value to people, walking in integrity, making sure you don't lose your family while you're trying to win the world, and also being able to keep relationships intact. So that's why I wrote Sacred Success.
Wow, wow, wow. What an amazing. I just agree with 100% what you said. We all need that. Authenticity, family, trust, belief, values, everything. It's just amazing, amazing what you've written. And we all need to read that.
Yeah.
Everything what you said is true, and we all need that in life. So
Yes.
yeah, so I haven't read yet, and that's something I'm looking forward to read your book. So
Mhm.
Dr. Shannon, tell us a bit more about what actually entail, what is inside. So give our audience a bit of flavor, so they can decide to get the book.
Yeah, this book, I believe, is for me. It's a roadmap. Let me see if I can put it back up like you told me.
Yeah, yeah, I can
Yeah.
see the success. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
This book it's about moving people beyond materialism. It seems that a lot of people chase money, chase stuff, chase things. They'll kill their mama for it, beat up their son for it, put their brother out for materialism. We see it on TV. We see it in the movies. And I'm like, listen, this book is not about that. Let's get beyond materialism. We live in a culture that constantly tells people you are what you own. So people who own a big house think they're better than someone that has a small house, or someone that has it's a little bit more money than this person, and they want to condescend. And I don't think they're better than nobody. I don't think nobody's on this earth is better than anybody. They may be better off because they got a bigger house and they got 20 kids, but they're not better than. And so, because we live in that kind of world, and they tell people you are what you own, you are what you drive, right? You are what people see. But I wrote this book to say to people, no, you are more than your possessions. Material things can be temporary. But the purpose and your purpose, finding your purpose, is eternal. You can pass down integrity, honesty, being able to do right in business. Don't cheat people. Don't go off on people. And pass that along to your children's children's children. However, a clock, people can fight over it. It can break. It could be an heirloom. Now you can't pass it down. Now people mad and won't talk to each other for a long time. So we wrote this book and we wanted readers to understand that success without spiritual grounding can still leave you empty, even though you got all the possessions of the world. And we let people see that through people like who've had millions and people who get up and say, but I'm still empty. I still don't feel, that what I have, and my family won't talk to me. I lost my kids because I run after this. And so we're trying to ground people with this book.
Amazing. So, Dr. Shan, how many chapters, and is it kind of structured in a way for people to go section by sections? And
Yeah, this book, I, I like my forward from my mentor. My mentor. This book has 22 chapters, and the epilogue at 150. So it's about 150 pages long, right? Which I like. We deal with wealth, the commitment that changes everything, and we talk about it in this book. We said this book is not for those content to simply survive. No, it's for those bold enough to thrive. Dr. Shannon, he pulls no punches as he dismantles the myths and misconceptions about prosperity. He reveals that true success isn't a hustle, it's a holy inheritance. And let me tell you, if you've ever doubted that God wants you to prosper, this book will shake you, awake you, and set your spirit ablaze.
wow, what an amazing forward. I really definitely need to get hold of a copy of this your book. Um,
Yes.
yeah, so it's where is the book? What is the book? People, how people can get hold of one?
They can get this book on Amazon.com. They can also get it from our website, the Victory Church, int.org. They can get it on that website, because sacred success is not anti money, right? It is anti idolatry, right? I'm not saying people should not prosper. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying people should not build wealth. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying people shouldn't enjoy the fruit of their labor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I believe in excellence, increase, impact, family, legacy. But when material things become the master instead of the tool, we lose our way. Money is powerful as a servant, but dangerous as a God. And this book, I believe, is going to help people put success back in its proper place so that people don't chase money, kill for money, do things. You know, the song said, for the love of money, people will rob from their own father. For the love of money, they'll kill their own brother. And so we don't want that to be what people chase, right? And I wanted to redefine success as stewardship, right? If you find your purpose, you find your life, and now your prosperity finds you. Because if you're a plumber, then guess what? You don't have to chase it. People are going to call you when they need a plumber. If you're a doctor, a dentistry, people calling you in dentistry, and money's going to follow that. And I wanted people to understand everything we have, our gifts, our influence, our relationships, our resources, our opportunities has been entrusted to us by God Himself by opening up all these doors, right? And sacred success asks, what am I doing with what God placed in my hands? Am I wasting it? Am I not appreciative? Am I being dogmatic? Do I just talk bad to people? Am I cursing at people, even though they're helping, opening up doors? And I want people to ask that question, because success is not just about how much I can accumulate. It is about how much can I contribute? How much can I serve? Can I build? And then leave behind for my children and grandchildren. I'm already putting to, that's why we call it live generously. We want to be able to give all that we got to somebody else to help them move and push their platform and help them be successful, not in jealousy, not in competition, right? But in collaboration. That's what we wrote in the book about stewardship and being able to leave behind. The one other thing I want to say is this: I wrote it for people who look successful but feel unfulfilled. There are people who have achieved the dream, everything they wanted, but still feel restless inside, can't sleep, anxiety. They have the career, the income, the applause, and the image, but they still ask, what else is there? Is there anything else? So this book speaks to that silent ache. It tells people that fulfillment does not come from having more stuff. It comes from living with a divine purpose. If you find your purpose, you can really live your life and not have to worry about nothing else. Even if it's a farm, even if it's a house on a hill, even if it's a mansion, if you find your purpose, then you found the reason why you are here. And you don't have to push after that other stuff. And many people want success in public, but they have not developed wholeness in private. And I wanted to write something that would help people examine that mindset, check their motives, discipline themselves, healing and spiritual identity. Because if your soul is unhealthy, then success can expose you instead of elevate you. The soul is the mind, the will, the emotions, the imagination, and the intellect. And when that is intact, you are all right. You intact.
Wow, wow. Dr. Shannon, when you start talking, I just want to hear more. Your wisdom, your thoughts, it's just amazing. Couple of points you talked about, and I, like I agree with everything you said. And I just want to repeat, a few things you talked about that really stuck in my mind was, yes, purpose, why we are created in this world. What is our purpose? You talked about, money should not be ruling our lives. We should be ruling, and we should be ruling the money. We should be deciding how we spend our money. You talk about generosity and legacy. You talked quite a lot about legacy. What are we living in this world? What we're going to live is not just chasing money, but give. Because when you give, you accumulate more.
That's correct.
And I can see the theme when you talk about give, all things live generously, leader live generously, leader give generously. I just thought, look, I know the reason Dr. Shannon created that. All things about from the giving perspective. And when you talked about your book passionately, I just want to hear more. Like, tell us more. We always, everyone loves you in here in London, Europe. Some of them were asking, Dr. Shannon coming. First I say yes, then I say no. He had a family situation. He couldn't get here. But people
Yeah.
looking for you to come next year.
Oh, good.
Everybody. We all want you to be in the UK. People
I
just.
love the UK. Believe that. I told my son. I said, "Man, I might have to have a little place in UK so I could go for vacations. A couple months out of the year."
No, we love you here, Dr. Shannon. You just got so much wisdom. And, that lead me to ask you, I know we talking about your book, but I also want you to say a bit more about, once we finish talking about the book, a bit, some thoughts to I just want you to give some wisdom to our audience as well, your final thoughts. But before we go into your final thoughts, is there anything else you like to add about your book?
Yeah, I wanted just two things really,
Mm.
and that is, I want people to know that God cares about how they succeed. That I don't know what people's experience is of God, the higher power, or whatever they call it, but I want them to know that He cares, because we can't have a world. Even scientists know they may not be able to explain it, and so in scientists, if they can't explain it, then they just say, "Hey, we don't know," but we know that this world could not be created without a creator. And so it is not just about reaching like the destiny, right? It matters how we get there. Did we compromise along the way? Years ago, Peru, I met a guy. Matter of fact, they did a movie after him called Catch Me If You Can.
Oh, yes, I know the movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I met him personally. And one of the things that he said was that led him on this journey of writing bad checks, false checks, is that his parents got divorced. He was about 11 years old, and they asked him, who do he want to live with? He said to him, they were asking him, who do you love more, your mother or your father? He said, I can't make that decision. I love both of them. So he just ran out of the courtroom and he kept running. And then he realized after he spent the night out there, he needed to eat. So he said, and that's how it all started. He said, I never did get to see my mother alive. She died, and my father. He said, because I started just traveling all over the world. And whenever I got in trouble in one state, I'd go to somewhere else. But one of the things he said to me, he said, of all the money that I stole and swindled and all of the people, he said, to me, what great success is when a father can be there for his children and impact his family and be the person that they really think him to be. And I thought, wow, that's it. I go, that's it. I want people to succeed, but I want them to succeed in a way that honors God, blesses people, and leaves a legacy beyond material things, because it is already stated, even from Rockefeller and some of the other great wealthy people, that by the fourth generation, they tore it up because, they were fighting over so many material things. And I said, that can't be it. You know what I mean? So it's got to be something beyond the material. And that's where my book comes in, to help people. So Sacred Success was written to remind people that success is not just about what you gain, it is about who you become, who you
Oh,
honor, and what you leave behind, so that your children's children can be proud of who you were, even if
oh.
they didn't know you.
Well, I'm already proud just hearing what you've written. in our
Wow.
book, and definitely I need to get hold of a copy. So, Dr. Shannon, is the book also, because nowadays people also like digital, is that available in digital format as well?
It is. Yes, it is.
So people can buy on Kindle and buy in
Yes,
hard copy in Amazon as well.
yes, indeed. Comes in a soft. We got a soft book. We got a
Mm-hmm.
hard book.
Yeah,
Right. This is the hard book here, but we
yeah.
got a soft book and we have it digital.
Okay,
And I'm
yeah.
working on the audio right now.
Oh, you doing audio as well?
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm doing
wow,
my own audio.
that's amazing, amazing. And where audiobook will be available in Amazon or YouTube? Where the audiobook would be?
Yep, it's available now on Amazon. It's available now on our website. It's available
Oh, okay, audiobook already
in
available as
Kindle.
well. So you
Yes, it
got
is.
three. That's great. That's
Yes.
great to hear.
Yep. And
Here, Dr.
Process of
Sharon.
Change is now is the newest book. It's on Amazon as well. It's dealing with AI,
Uh-huh.
robotics, and the fourth industrial revolution of what we're in right now. And that's why so many things are changing, disrupting, and people don't know what's going on. But like I told them, the rotary phone, some people still have a rotary phone. It still works. It's still accurate. The reason why people don't have it is because it's not flexible. You can't text on a rotary phone. You can't get an email on a rotary phone. You can't check on your internet on a rotary phone. So it's outdated. So this fourth industrial revolution is causing us to get updated.
Yeah. Well, it seems like you covered everything there, from technology to characters, how we live our lives, to what questioning ourselves, why our purpose, why we created in this world, and
That's right.
who we should be serving and how we should be serving. It
Yeah.
is everything. It's like A to Z book. Really, everything is in there.
Yeah, I cover a lot because when you're talking about success, it's relative, but so many people are chasing so much money and things and materialism that you got a whole lot of homeless people, right? You
Yeah,
got a whole
yeah.
lot of homeless people because
Hmm.
they, whatever wall they hit or whatever they were doing, trying, you know what I mean? It just didn't work for them. And then you have people who's trying to in this industry or that industry. And I'm like, look, if we can just get everybody to live generously, we'll be okay.
Absolutely, absolutely, Roshan, because there is a small group of people who have lots of money, and there is a group of people who's got nothing.
That's
But if
correct.
we all contribute, we can happily change the world. We can happily,
Absolutely.
yeah, he's talking about homeless, big cities, and just been in USA last year. Some of the main cities, I've seen people sleeping in trains,
That's
and
right.
and some people just go round and round because they got nowhere else to sleep. So they sleep in public transport. It's sad to see when you go rich country and then you go people who's got nothing.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
and what support services available, especially people who suffer from mental health,
Mhm.
lots of different traumas, lots of things, people end up in road.
That's
So
correct.
what we all can do, we all can take responsibility. Everyone can take responsibility to look after
That's right.
everyone, really. Yes. Now, so really pleased to hear about your book and looking forward to get my copy as well. To everyone, you heard from Dr. Shannon, you can get a copy of, it's like a manual, A to Z manual of your life about materialism. It is everything, it encompass everything. You can get hold of a copy in Amazon and Dr. Shannon website as well. You can see a QR code on the screen as well that take you to his website, and he's got three format: hard copy, soft copy, the Kindle, plus he made audio as well. So amazing. People who don't like to read but they like to listen, some people just audio, they just love. You can have audio copy as well. So thank you, Dr. Shannon, for making it accessible. Not everybody have accessible, like provide accessibility. So amazing. So Dr. Shannon, I just want to finish off with two things. One is, can you share some of your wisdom? You already talked about the book, your final thoughts for all our audience.
Yeah, really, I want to leave with people that because I guess I would say it this way, to prosper without losing their peace. I want people to achieve without losing their alignment with God, and just that people, all people, are the image of God, all people. And because at the end of the day, all of us want some form of success, all of us. And real success is not measured by what you accumulate, it's measured by what you honor. I honored my mother. I honored my father, who he wasn't around in my life, but he came back later, and he didn't understand why I could do it. I said, because you gave me life, and I was able to do his funeral. It's about what you steward and what you leave behind. And if you can win in life and still have your faith, your dignity, your integrity, your peace, and your purpose intact, then guess what? That's not just success. That's sacred success.
Wow, wow. Amazing, amazing. I just love the name itself, Sacred Success. Definitely. Yeah, I need to get out of my copy. So, Dr. Shannon, if people want to connect with you,
Yes.
what's the best way to contact you?
Yeah, I am on LinkedIn, Anthony D. Shannon, Instagram, Anthony D. Shannon, Facebook, Anthony D. Shannon. All roads is Anthony D. Shannon. Also on our website, the victorychurchint.org. All right, I'm there. Yes, I am. And it's such an honor to be here with Dr. Parul Begum. Love that woman.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Shannon. To everyone, you had a lot of points about Dr. Shannon book, and definitely get your copy from Amazon. There's lots of accessibility. You get a hard copy, soft copy, and audio as well, and you learn a lot. I mean, I know this gentleman for the last 4 years or so. I met him so many times here in the UK. He always come and support me on my event, but also I go there for event, and he just have so much love, so much wisdom, so much knowledge. I never stop learning from this gentleman. He just an amazing person, amazing person. My family love him. Everybody here in the UK, Europe, every time Dr. Shannon come, people like, oh, Dr. Shannon coming next year. Is he coming the next event? It's just amazing. He just go full of knowledge, full of wisdom. So please do share this video, and by sharing, you never know, you could be helping somebody else. And also, please do like and subscribe the video, because when you subscribe, you get alert when you launch the next video. And Dr. Shannon will be coming back with more stuff. So we always love to interview people who's got a lot to give, who's got motivation, a lot to contribute in the society. So, Dr. Shannon, thank you very much for your time. And I am really looking forward to reading your book. To everyone, we will put details of a link of his books and his website below this video, so you can click and get your copy. Also, we'll put link of Dr. Shannon, so you can connect with him in Instagram, LinkedIn, all the places he mentioned. So we'll have all the link below the video as well. So bye for now, and we will come back with another topic. And thank you, Dr. Shannon, to share your wisdom and your book with us today.